Welcome back to the Weekend Express. Moving on to our interview segment now. And the first ever non-discriminatory beauty pageant dubbed Miss Attitude East Africa will be held in Nairobi on the 7th of May. Pageant organizer Shiha says that she has been the success behind many beauty pageants across the globe, and she decided to hold one such beauty pageant in her hometown of Nairobi. But Miss Attitude East Africa, she says, is different. Welcoming in studio now is Shiha Choda. Thank you so much for joining us in studio.
Thank you so much, Michelle. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you so much. So you've been a pageant organizer for years.
I have. Right. Almost 10 years now.
Almost 10 years now. And have you organized any in Kenya other than this one?
I have. The first one I ever did was actually in Nairobi, but it was more of a community-based one.
Right.
That was like 8 years ago. But obviously times have gone now. We're in 2016. You know, why do a community one? Every girl is beautiful in her own right. So that's when I came up with an idea of doing something different, a beauty pageant with a difference.
Right.
Miss Attitude East Africa 2016, where the girls are only judged on their inner confidence, their inner attitude, and that's it. So we're not judging girls on whether they are tall, for example, because some beauty pageants you have to be a certain height, you have to be a certain weight.
Right.
But you know what? A big girl can be beautiful as well. So why judge her?
Right.
I have like some girls like on the shorter side, they were like they've never ever entered a beauty pageant because they thought they were too short to enter beauty pageant. And if I tell you how beautiful they are, we will meet some of them soon. And they're so gorgeous and they're so beautiful. And why judge a woman just because she's short or maybe she's a bit on the big side?
Right.
Everyone's beautiful in their own right.
But I mean, that's what modeling has always been, you know, traditionally. People have that image. I must be tall, I must be very slender, I must not eat because I'll grow fat.
Exactly.
So what made you come up with this new idea? Okay,
first of all, can I just tell you and maybe the audience as well, first, there's a big difference between modeling and beauty pageantry as well. A model, yeah, she might have to be stick thin because she's showing off her clothes on a runway, whereas a beauty queen is more than a model, and in fact her clothes are secondary. What's more important is her personality, her her smile, if she's humanitarian or not, for example. She has to be very humanitarian. In fact, all the girls, all the finalists in Miss Attitude 2016 are all humanitarian. I instill that in them, that it's so important for you all to be humanitarian. So it's not only about flaunting yourself on the runway. A beauty queen is much more than that.
Right. And I mean, what's the difference then, you know, because models we see will be showcasing clothes in the international fashion arena and whatnot. What is the point of a beauty pageant?
Well, the point is overall beauty. The point is that a woman is just not her exterior.
Right.
She's more than that. It's about the depth of a woman. A woman should be both beauty and brains. I think that's what the point is. Otherwise, I suppose all girls could just be, you know, flaunting themselves on the runway, you know, if they've got good bodies. And having said that, one of my beauty pageants that I did do in the UK was Miss Brazil UK. And those girls were like that. They were all about the exterior beauty. They were all about flaunting their bodies in their bikinis, and that was it. Whereas I'm so proud to say that I'm working with these girls who are really cultured and educated and very intelligent. Like, they all go to uni, they all have good jobs. So it's just not about flaunting your bodies, because you know what, that will never last. In fact, there was something I was reading on Facebook the other day that you should be soul food, not eye candy.
Right.
You might look good for a little bit, but after a while, anyone would get bored of you. It's more important to have a depth of character. And that's, I think, what beauty pageantry is more about.
Right. Now, you have a few finalists here with you. We'll be speaking to them a bit later. But tell us a bit more about Miss Attitude East Africa. When did it start? How did you choose the contestants? What criteria are you using?
Yeah, the auditions were about 8 weeks ago at the Tribe Hotel. 80 girls had applied. Right. We chose about 25 girls. And we judged them, and me and my judging panel judged them on things like the way they spoke, the way they walked, the way they talked, their poise, and their stage presence. And they will also be judged on such things at the final.
Right.
I'm really happy to have like brilliant judges, including Mr. Ian Bugo on board.
Right.
So you know what? It's going to be a very fair, fair judging, very fair contest as well. Yeah, and also on the final, they will be judged on similar things. But remember, there's a question and answer round as well. Because, okay, we have a day wear round, we have an evening wear round, we have a swimwear round, and we have an opening dance. Obviously, the girls are being trained every Saturday at the Tribe Hotel. We have the best choreographers on board. We have expert speakers coming to talk to them, maybe about makeup, about hair, preparing them for the grand finale. But the most important thing, I think, is the question and answer round, because that's when you see a girl's depth. By now, they can all walk, they can all look good. All that is great, but who's going to speak well? Who's going to get the judge's attention by them speaking? And it's not only about just saying a few words, it's really about your personality coming out when you speak. Yeah, so that's a very crucial thing that they're going to be judged on.
All right.
And that's what we're working on, getting that on point for them as well.
Okay. And tell us about the contestants. It's Miss Attitude East Africa. Are they from all over Africa or just from Kenya?
Yeah, they are. They're actually, we've got such a diverse range of girls. We've got girls, actually, we have got one girl from Sudan, one girl from Tanzania, one girl from Uganda. We've got Asian girls, we've got Arab girls. It's like all girls, because beauty is from within. You know, not any particular community is more beautiful than the other. You see, so we've got a whole range of diverse girls. You're going to see 5 shortly, but we've got 20 gorgeous girls from all communities.
All right.
Yeah, they all have a striking thing about them. You know, like some are really friendly in terms of, helping people in the team. Some have a great walk. Every girl has this plus point about her.
That's actually one of them on the screen right now. I believe that's Jane. That's one of the girls. That's where is she from?
No, Jane is just from Nairobi. Jane works as well. Like I was saying, they're all educated girls.
Right.
She's a very strikingly beautiful girl, and she wants to work with people with acne, I think. Imagine this young lady had acne.
Wow.
And you can't even really notice that. But she always wanted to work with like people with acne, with girls with acne, because she said that when she was younger, she was bullied because of that. So that's her purpose, that's her cause. All the girls have a cause. Like some girls want to work with animals, some girls want to work with the young people. And I keep instilling that that's really important for them to do. But she's looking gorgeous, Jane.
So many of these, it's basically to instill more confidence in them, just more values than the woman's body.
Exactly.
Right.
This is, yeah, you've got that spot on.
Okay.
This is what beauty pageantry is about, and more so Miss Attitude, because unlike other beauty pageants where girls are still judged, you know, you have to be a certain height, you have to be a certain size. In this beauty pageant, it's more about that internal beauty, bringing that out, that confidence, making them feel that they're special no matter what.
All right. So 20 girls, what are they winning?
Okay, there are different things, cash prizes. We've got prizes from sponsors as well. Yeah, and probably little holidays. We've got someone who just sponsored a holiday, I think it was in Masai Mara, something like that as well. So we've got little packages, like little holidays as well. Yeah. All
right. So taking part in beauty pageants in Africa, many have this connotation that it's sexualizing yourself. You're objectifying yourself. So many families would be objected to their girls doing such things. But what would you say to such families? You have Asian girls, Indian girls with such strong cultures and values. What would you say to them?
Yeah, and I totally understand that, being Asian myself, but you know what, times have changed. A woman is more about her beauty comes from within, and this is what people should realize as well. It doesn't matter if your daughter is on stage in a bikini, that doesn't matter, times have changed. By the way, I do understand there's a cultural sensitivity more so in this country compared to, for example, when I was in UK and we were doing Miss Brazil UK, those girls don't care. But obviously here there's a cultural sensitivity. So in our swimwear round, the girls are allowed to have a sarong, or they can wear a little summer dress to cover their swimwear if they choose to. Obviously, they're free to walk just in their swimming costume if they want, but if they feel a bit shy, they can do that. Now, I totally understand there's that cultural sensitivity in many of our families, Asian families, like you said, many African families as well may not accept, their girls in bikinis and things like that. But I think a girl's beauty is more than her physical body. It doesn't matter if she's half naked. What you should really see is that internal thing.
Right.
Please change your mindset. That's what I would tell all these families. Change your thinking. It doesn't mean if a girl is in a short skirt, she's out there to, just expose herself.
Right.
It doesn't mean that. She can wear anything, but please still respect her. And I think men mostly need to change their mindset.
All right. Now, this is, a first of its kind pageant in Kenya. But you've done so many pageants across the globe. Have you seen one of its kind, or did you see something that triggered you to say, I need something different for Kenya?
Yeah, definitely. The thing is, most of the beauty pageants were community-based. And we've come to a time and a stage, me especially being so multicultural.
Right.
I'm African born, I'm Asian, I've lived in the UK. I've come across so many cultures. I've worked with Brazilian people, I've lived in Jamaica for a while. So I'm so multicultural, and why should I judge a person because they're of a certain, caliber? Everyone's equal in my eyes, you get me? And I think it stems from the fact that I'm so multicultural. That I decided to do such a pageant. And it's 2016. I think people need to change the way they think about beauty on a whole. Every girl is beautiful in her own right. It doesn't matter about external factors. Everyone's beautiful as long as you've got a good heart as well. I think that's what matters more than your external beauty.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you expecting to reach out to more girls? Because you only have 20 girls in the pageant so far.
Oh no, 20 is the number we chose. We actually had chosen 25, but some of the girls sort of dropped out because they couldn't cope with the pressure, because obviously it's a very serious pageant. We train every Saturday. Like I tell all the girls, you're not only being trained for this pageant, but you're being trained for life itself.
Right.
So you know what, it's very serious and you should be very serious with it. Some girls couldn't cope with the pressure, so they've dropped out. Some girls had to they have children as well, they have school as well, so they couldn't cope with it. So now we have a nice round figure of 20 girls, and I think that's a great figure to work with. Most beauty pageants have about 21, so 20 is just a perfect figure.
All right.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to speak to the girls a bit later just to hear from them and what this has done for them. But there's so many kinds of pageants, and I want to speak about child pageants. If you've watched the program Toddlers and Tiaras, it's very popular. Pageants like that where moms decide to dress their toddlers 2 years, 3 years, 4 years old in adult makeup and adult clothes. Do you feel that's okay? Because many say that's sexualizing the children.
That's true. Well, you know what? There's no harm in giving confidence to your child at that age, I would say, because it's all about giving confidence to your child, and especially in a world like ours, the earlier the better. So at least by the time they're even teenagers, they're quite confident, and they can tackle the world.
All right. And let's just take a look. That's Mary. That's Mary on the runway right now.
That's right.
Yeah. What's her story?
Okay, Mary is a working lady. She's a beautiful young lady as well. She's participated in other pageants as well.
Right.
Mary, we call her the perfect beauty queen material. We've had so many people coming in, like we had Miss Universe Gigi coming in and saw her, and what they said about Mary is like she's perfect beauty queen material.
Right.
Very gentle, very beautiful within and without as well. She loves her little girly things, makeup and shopping. Generally a very good-hearted girl.
Okay.
And a working girl as well. She actually sacrifices her Saturdays because she works, I think, on Saturdays as well to come for training as well.
All right. Now, see, many African parents would have a problem with the fact that You're in a beauty pageant, and the question many would ask is it bringing you any money?
Well, you know what? It might not be bringing you money, but it's opening so many doors, and it's a platform for these young ladies. Um, uh, we've got producers asking for like girls with voices, for example, and you know, so many other doors can open for them as well.
Right.
We've got like fashion TV on board as well, who want to cover a pageant. That's an international like opening for them as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Right,
we've got
and,
so many photographers on board who want to you know, like take photographs of them.
Yeah, that's Angel. That's Angel on the runway right now. What's her story?
Angel is a working lady as well. She's one of our oldest contestants. She's 25. Yeah, like the beauty pageant was actually open to all ages. We didn't get any older women, so Angel is one of our oldest ones. She's 25 years old. Like I said, she's a working lady as well. Yeah, looking nice in her dress.
See, what I'm noticing from this group that we have here today, we don't have any plus size ladies. Is this
Yeah,
open to them as well?
it was open to them as well, but we didn't really get many, to be honest. We have, I think the biggest girl is a size 14. It was open to everyone, but we just didn't get any in the auditions as well, because I think, you know, there's this perception in Nairobi, in Kenya, that you're going for a beauty pageant, you're going for modeling, you have to be thin.
Right.
So we got a lot of like modeling kind of girls, although these are not so much, like you wouldn't say Angel is like perfect modeling material, because obviously you need the height and the legs and all that. But some of the other girls are like that. Yeah, but the beauty pageant was open to any girl, but we did get lots of models, so to speak, who I'm now converting into beauty queens.
Yeah, now, what does that reflect? What does that say about the plus size ladies, which is, you know, not many of them showed up for the auditions to begin with. So.
And this is the one thing I really put out when I was advertising my show and the whole pageant, that, you know, girls, you can be any age, any size, and any community, and you're welcome to come to audition.
Right.
And yet we did not get many big girls. And I just like to say that a big girl should never feel less of a woman. I've been a big woman. I've actually been bigger than this. I was a size 20 about 2 years ago.
Right.
I reduced weight, and I was then halved in size 10.
Right.
But you know, when you come home, then you start eating and eating. Now I've put on weight again. And so it's like, I've actually like just increased weight. But about 6 months ago, when I came to Nairobi, I was like really slim. Like my brother was like, he couldn't even recognize me. So I've been there. I've been through that. I've been like, people have spoken badly about me because I'm overweight. And I just want to tell all those girls, you know what, you're still beautiful. And it doesn't matter. That's, you know, your beauty comes from within.
Right.
And you know what? There's some cultures who appreciate a big girl, so why not?
And you have to love yourself.
And you have to love yourself as well.
And that's Sarah. Sarah's an heir.
Oh yeah, that's
Tell
right.
us more about her.
Sarah is one of our youngest contestants. She's only 19. She's in Daystar University. And she'd like to work with young people if she won the pageant as well. Yeah, like you can see, they're good with their walk. We've got a choreographer who's been training them as well. Yeah, she was doing her twirls in the makeup room earlier on. So it's like, yeah, you go, girl. She's like fantastic.
So each of these girls has a cause they want to do should they win the pageant.
Exactly.
Right,
I've actually told them that, you know, any beauty pageant, that's the first thing that a beauty queen should be. She should be humanitarian. So I've instilled this in the girls, that you should definitely go for a cause. We've actually spent a lot of our training time just discussing this. Most girls sent me an email stating what their cause was, and if they want to do any sort of campaign, to do that as well. Because I think that gives a lady more depth of character as well, you know, especially if you're working for the less fortunate, because all of us are so blessed that why not give to the less fortunate and the less able in society as well.
Right.
So we have girls who want to work with human trafficking, with young people, with animals. Just the other day we were at KSPCA. I'm an animal lover myself, so I've taken 2 girls who want to be well, the animal activists who want to work with animals as well. So we had a great time there. They're going to go volunteer there and help the animals, because obviously for them they feel animal rights are just as important as human rights as well.
Right.
So that's that's fine.
That's Joy.
Yeah, that's Joy as well. Joy Karumba. Yeah, stunning young lady as well. She just got her makeup done with a professional makeup artist there, so she's looking really lovely. Yeah.
What's her story?
What is Joy's story? Joy is 22 years old. And what did she want to do? You know what? I can't even remember what she wanted to do.
We'll be speaking to her, but
you can speak to her and find out.
So we'll ask her that. But you've had a chance to do this across the globe. So many beauty pageants, and it's mostly about body image and how you feel about yourself. How would you compare Kenya to other countries? Do we have that? Are we very critical about the way our girls look?
I think Kenyans try to follow the Western trends a lot, because traditional African beauty is a big woman.
Right.
But they're all trying to follow Western trends and trying to look slim. You know, like, I know this is a controversial topic, but like bleaching the skin and things like that. Whereas why do you have to do that when traditionally you're so beautiful?
Right.
So I think they are following the Western trends, but I think they should not, because the Western people are now coming back to the roots as well. Yeah, so that's my opinion on that as well.
Right,
let's just be ourselves, big and beautiful and bold.
Okay, so that's some of the girls we'll be speaking to a bit later in our studios there, and we'll be speaking to them about their stories, what they wish to do should they win the pageant that seeks to boost their self-confidence and not focus only on body image. And unfortunately, we don't have many plus-size girls who showed up for this. And I'd really like to find out why that is, but I will be speaking to them a bit later. I believe we can take a short music break now, but when we come back, we'll be speaking to these girls as well as more controversial topics. Shiha and I will be continuing with the topic of child pageants and whether this is sexualizing them. But let's have that music break now. All right, this is the Weekend Express, and we have one of the contestants of the Miss Attitude 2016 East Africa 2016 pageant here with us, and Angel will be telling us what her cause is and just what this pageant has done for her and her self-esteem. Thank you so much for joining us today, Angel.
Thank you so much.
All right, so tell us more about what your cause is should you win this pageant.
My cause is more about animals. I love animals. I just want to advocate about them. You know, there's so much animal abuse around the world, not only in Kenya, around the world. And I really want to make a difference about that.
And what would you say about this pageant? Do you think it should, many people should come out and take part in this?
Definitely. You see, this Miss Attitude East Africa 2016 is different than from all the above pageants I've heard about.
Right.
You know, it's not just about the outer beauty, it's even about the inner beauty of a lady, of a woman, the brains, how the character is, how what she feels about. She can, have a say on the world at a go.
All right, thank you so much, Angel.
Thank you.
All right, that has been Angel, one of the contestants of the Miss Attitude East Africa Beauty Pageant that will be taking place on the 7th of May right here in Nairobi. Thank you so much for staying with us, and thank you so much for joining us in studio. Shiha,
thank you.
This has been the Weekend Express. My name is Michelle Ngele. Good morning. All right, and we'll be speaking to more of this. I believe we have a bit more time. We'll be speaking to more of the contestants should they come in. But Angel, if we could just finish with you, what has this pageant done for your self-confidence? Did you ever think you'd be in a beauty pageant?
As per me,
Yes.
I've been brought up with football fields, wrestling with my cousin brothers and all,
Right.
and now me like this, trust me, people are shocked. Me being like this, she's the reason. She boosted my self-confidence. Miss Attitude has just given me a different world to live in, and I'm so happy.